Life Pro Tips. Life Pro Tip: if you're a Redditor, for a happier day, follow positive subs like Aw, Get Motivated, Human Being Bros, Made Me Smile, and unfollow negative subs like Public Freakout, Relationship Advice, Justice Served, any Karen type of sub, or sub with violent content. Social. Believe me, this is a big change. Looking at those Karen subs made me concerned about any American white woman I saw on the internet. Public Freakout is nowadays filled only with violence from the roads. You unfollow them and look the positive subs. Cops helping a baby who's just about to die, a small kid donating her restaurant food to homeless and her dad being proud of it, people motivating each other to fight depression. These are the things you should have more in your life. P.S. You can still be active about protests like BLM without following Public Freakout. Just read the newspapers. Or maybe one video once in a while to be aware. Bonus tip: unfollow people who always spew hate on Twitter. Follow what people who are artists or experts in the field you like. I unfollowed political activists and followed tech experts. I can happily look at my Twitter feed now. If you want good subs to actually laugh out loud. r/funny. r/memes. r/jokes. r/dank memes. r/cursed comments, funniest comments on the internet. r/madlads, people doing the craziest things. r/accidental comedy. To motivate yourself or uplift yourself or renew your faith in humanity. r/made me smile, the best one if you ask me. r/made me cry. r/wholesome memes. r/humans being bros, you see the most generous people here. r/uplifting news. r/contagious laughter. r/happy crowds. r/positive news. To watch something adorable and go ah. r/awe. r/eye bleach. r/animals being bros. r/animals being derps. r/rare puppers. r/sumis. And then there's all kinds of cute animal subs, even rats and snakes. Just search for the animal you like. Life Pro Tip: if your dog doesn't come when called, don't keep calling it. You're only training it to ignore you. Animals and pets. If your dog doesn't come when called, and you keep calling it while it ignores you, you are literally teaching it to ignore you when you call it. If you call and they don't come, it's rough, but you got to stop calling. Then later, at home, work on your recall with the dog, with treats. I learned this from a dog trainer I was dating. She had a new dog and it ran off in front of a bunch of people. She called it once, then stopped as it ran away. We all asked her why she stopped calling, and she said the above. That's just training the dog to ignore you. Don't train your dog to ignore you. Life Pro Tip: when married, establish a small monthly personal budget for each of you that can be spent without the input of your spouse. The spouse can't give any feedback on personal purchases made from this budget. This will help avoid many arguments. Life Pro Tip: when going on trips, take pictures of the people you are with instead of the scenery. Traveling. People often take pictures of the scenery or events etc. when going to special places, but 90% of the time you probably won't look at those pictures again. Or you could just Google those same pictures. However, what you can Google is you and your friends and family having fun from a few years ago. In this case, those kinds of pictures will have so much more value to you, especially as time will pass. Not to mention, enjoying the moment of a beautiful place can be much more meaningful than having just a picture with no emotional attachment to it. Life Pro Tip: if you're going through a breakup, cut off all communication with your ex and inform any mutual friends that you don't want to hear anything about her or him. This will create a stale redundancy in your mind and will help facilitate the process of moving on eventually. To clarify a few things, I in no way intend this advice to be applicable to everyone. If you're having trouble moving on though, maybe it's best to go no contact, that being the case. Also, as far as an explanation for stale redundancy goes, I would define it as a state in which no new data is coming in, so your mind just recycles what it already knows to a point of redundancy until it loses interest. I would liken it to playing a video game over and over again after completing everything there is to do in it. Eventually you'll get bored and will want to do something else. New information about your ex, such as if she's dating again, would be akin to the developers releasing new DLC for the game. It's going to give you a reason to play or think about things. Life Pro Tip: if you are staying at a holiday apartment or Airbnb, make sure to check for spy cams. Traveling. This has become more and more of an issue over the last couple of years. In South Korea for example it's especially bad, but it seems to get a lot worse in other regions too. There are even specialized alarms/lamps/fire detectors which have built-in cameras and can be easily ordered online. One possible way to check whether an item has a hidden camera facing towards you is to use your phone. To check whether your phone is capable of detecting it, open your camera app, point a TV remote towards it and press any button on the remote. If you can see a small light, which is normally invisible to the naked eye, you can start using your phone to scan the rooms for potential spy cams. Turn off the lights in the room you want to sweep. Then turn on your smartphone's camera and start looking for any glowing lights. Make sure to investigate items which seem out of place, like a phone charger still stuck in the wall. Popular places to hide a spy cam are alarm clocks and fire detectors, for example. The smartphone trick only works when a hidden cam is equipped with night vision. Alternatively, one can also try checking the network. Life pro tip: wasps don't stay in their nests during winter. The queens ditch the nests and the workers starve. So you can remove the nest during winter without fear of angry wasps. Life pro tip: how to quickly convert from imperial to metric if you just need to understand something. Productivity. If you hear gallons, just multiply by 4. For feet, divide by 3. For pounds, divide by 2. And if you have to deal with inches, you have to multiply by 2.5. As Salzburg_Englishman pointed out below, you can subtract 30 then divide by 2 for a Fahrenheit to Celsius conversion. Those are not very accurate, but they will help a lot in understanding things on the internet if you don't feel like Googling a conversion. You shouldn't use them for anything else since they are not accurate enough, but they help you understand how heavy a person in a story is or how tall that the sexy young man at the store was. Hope this helps all my SI friends that have to live in an imperial internet. Life pro tip: create a hotkey on your iPhone to help reduce the time it takes to type out your email address. Electronics. Go to General, Keyboard, then Text Replacement, and then assign a random hotkey, for example @, to bring up your full email address. You won't have to type out your email ever again. Life pro tip: start a timer every time you encounter an emergency. It can save lives. Social. You will not have an accurate depiction of time if you are in a high-stress situation. It helps emergency responders when arriving on site. Examples would be ingestion of poison, bleeding, head injury, assessing types of fires, etc. Please like and subscribe, and tap the notification bell icon below to get notified of more Reddit DTS videos. This is Reddit Joe Channel, your everyday Reddit.